For today's video, I wanted to do something very fun for you guys. Today, I actually want to do my official PlayStation Showcase predictions from what I think will happen at this year's PlayStation Showcase. But Max, the PlayStation Showcase hasn't been announced yet, at least at the timing of making this video and probably uploading it. Yes, little Timmy, I know, but there's a good reason why I'm doing this right now. First of all, I'm in front of everyone because no one has yet made such a video as I know so far. And to be fair, I have a pretty good idea of what is going to be at this PlayStation Showcase. And the fact is, PlayStation did kind of soft confirm the PlayStation Showcase already in a financial call today. So I was like, good enough, sit back, relax, enjoy, maybe take a beverage, and let's get on with this video. So what we're going to do for today's video, I'm going to basically split this video in 3 parts. One will be games that I'm very sure of that will be at the PlayStation Showcase. One part, which is the biggest part, that is all maybe and speculation on why I think it's going to be at the PlayStation Showcase. And the third part, the smallest part, are the no's. What I'm very sure of that won't get announced at the PlayStation Showcase. By the way, if you have a good comment, it can be about anything. It can be about the PlayStation Showcase. What is the most important thing you are looking forward to at the PlayStation Showcase? Let me know in the comment section down below and I might feature your comment in the next video. So let's get some games out of the way. I'm mostly a single player gamer on this channel and I talk about single player games mostly. Fair Games, that was announced last year. We'll probably see an update about that, pretty sure on that. So that's going to probably be here. Marathon from Bungie was also announced last year, will be here as well. Of course, Helldivers 2 is a live service game, so if they have a substantial update that they want to show, they will probably show it here at the PlayStation Showcase. So that's also a game that I'm pretty sure of with a small update that will just show up. And then Concord, I think that game is almost ready to show at least something of gameplay, something like that. These 4 multiplayer games, basically Fair Games, Marathon, Helldivers 2 and Concord, I think they are pretty sure to show up at this year's PlayStation Showcase. But we don't care about these games, at least on our channel. We care about the good stuff, single player stuff, so let's talk about that. My very big wild card that I have for this PlayStation Showcase that I do think can happen, and there's a very big percentage chance of this, is a standalone Venom game. This was leaked from the Insomniac leaks and we know they have plans for a standalone Venom game. Basically a la Miles Morales, how Miles Morales was kind of like a half game. It was a full game, shall I say, but just half the size of a normal Spider-Man game. And I think Venom will get the same treatment. And the thing is, they have all the gameplay mechanics basically there for Venom. Venom is, spoiler alert, basically playable in Spider-Man 2. So I think that this game can come out very fast next year somewhere. I don't think Insomniac has to work that long on a game like that. I also do think we will see some sort of DLC for Spider-Man 2, maybe like a story expansion that will probably be here as well. So I think a dual announcement of an expansion for Spider-Man 2 and the Venom game is a very real possibility. Then the next thing I think will happen is Silent Hill 2. The devs have basically said it's coming very soon and they wanted to do an announcement, but it's basically tied towards Konami and they have a contract with PlayStation on, of course, the marketing. So we will see here probably the release date for this game, which is still this year. I'm not surprised at all. We have seen a lot of stuff in the background for Silent Hill 2 that there will be an update. I also made a video on that previously. So yeah, Silent Hill 2 will be here. Capcom is a very big friend of PlayStation. We've seen this with Resident Evil and other games as well, Pragmata. I am a very big believer that there's a very big chance that we will see Monster Hunter Wilds, like an update trailer at the PlayStation Showcase. as well as Pragmata. I even believe Pragmata is an exclusive. I could be wrong about that. It maybe isn't an exclusive. But Pragmata in particular has had a lot of trailers at PlayStation events. So I wouldn't be surprised if Pragmata has finally some sort of a substantial update. Maybe we will see some gameplay at a PlayStation showcase as a third-party reveal. And then I am also thinking of a new Resident Evil game. There have been rumors in the wild, I've talked about it in previous videos as well, of a Resident Evil 9 that might show up at the PlayStation showcase. There is a chance of it. Now I've seen some more updated talks that there's maybe a slight delay for Resident Evil 9 a little bit further into 2025, so maybe it won't show up, but I do think there is a pretty good case to be there for a potential Resident Evil 9. Apparently there's also a Resident Evil 1 remake in development. I do think though that won't show up here. I think 9 is first, then Resident Evil 1 remake or Resident Evil 5 remake potentially. I think you will see a new Resident Evil first, but yeah, Pragmata, Monster Hunter Wilds, and basically a new Resident Evil game are the ones that I predict for PlayStation Showcase that will probably happen. Then, Death Stranding 2. Yeah, we will probably see an update towards that. It's one of the bigger PlayStation exclusives PlayStation has right now, even though it's not first party, of course, because Kojima Productions is not fully owned by Sony. So I could see still though an update for Death Stranding 2 in some way because it's coming next year. PlayStation does really need to have some sort of a single player game exclusivity kind of reveal here, so I do think Death Stranding 2 might show up here at the PlayStation Showcase as well. Another game that I'm very sure of will show up is Metro Awakening. We already saw the game. But to be fair, it might also be the case of we already have seen Metro Awakening. So maybe because of that, we won't see it again and they want to keep the VR stuff for maybe another time. That might be the case. But if there is some sort of a little VR update, I do think Metro Awakening will show up as well. Then another game that I think we will see is Phantom Blade Zero. Phantom Blade Zero had a trailer already, and I've seen some rumors that there is going to be an update for this game very soon, or it's going to be at the PlayStation Showcase, or it's going to be at some sort of a Chinese event. That might be a possibility. So yeah, Phantom Blade Zero, I think it's even also a PlayStation exclusive that will probably show up as well. Then Lost Soul aside, that game should come out even this year, so we have to see it. Don't know if they will do it for the showcase. If the showcase is full, they might want to keep that for another showcase. I do think there are games that I'm mentioning here that can overlap as well with Summer Game Fest as well, even though they are tied to PlayStation. It depends what PlayStation wants in that 40-minute window, shall I say. Maybe they might say, yes, Lost Soul aside is not big enough to be revealed at the showcase again, shall I say, for like the 20th trailer that one is getting. So maybe it might show up at a other event. But yeah, I think there is a possibility Lost Soul aside might show up as well. Then there are a lot of rumors for a Astro Bot game. Now, we had, of course, the Astro Bot demo on the PlayStation 5, and I actually really love this demo. It might be one of the best video game demos I've ever played, and man, an actual like exclusive platformer game for this franchise might be a very good idea, and I think PlayStation is also thinking the same thing. So there have been a lot of rumors in the rumor mill that Astro Bot is in fact getting its own platformer, full-fledged platformer game, shall I say. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff if that will happen, but I'm pretty sure it will happen. So that is one to look forward to. One big thing I'm pretty sure of will happen is a Horizon 1 remake. There were rumors of it in the grapevine. Kind of like the Last of Us remake, even though we didn't need that PlayStation 5 remake for Last of Us. The same thing will happen for Horizon, unfortunately. And I'm saying unfortunately just because Horizon 1 Zero Dawn is already a very good looking game on PlayStation 4, and it's not old yet. Why are there even resources getting put into this? Like, I don't understand this at all. It probably has to do with the fact that there's like a Horizon movie or TV show coming, and that boosts sales, of course, but I don't know. I don't think they need to do this. If there is a good TV show coming for Horizon, they can just sell the original game and there will be a boost for the original game. I don't see the need and resources, especially resources that could go into another actual game that needs a remake, like a PlayStation 1 game or PlayStation 2 game. But hey, I'm just a crazy YouTuber online making weird gaming videos. What do I know? So that is everything that I'm pretty sure of will happen at the PlayStation Showcase. Now, let's talk about some maybe stuff that might happen, but I'm not very sure of. Basically, Judas. We know Judas is coming out probably somewhere next year. If there is some sort of an update, it can happen here at the PlayStation Showcase, but I can also see it happen at Summer Game Fest instead. And Jeff Keighley, I think, actually got to play the game already, so I wouldn't be surprised if that is kind of a no for the PlayStation Showcase and more a thing of Summer Game Fest for Judas. But hey, you never know. The actual reveal for Judas was on a PlayStation Showcase, I believe, or State of Play. I think that it is still a possibility that it might show up here as well. Dragon Age Dreadwolf is also a maybe. We know it's ready. It's going to release this year, basically in the fall. And I do think EA wants to have its own moment for Dragon Age Dreadwolf, probably being at Summer Game Fest. But I'm putting it here as well. Maybe to have like some sort of a trailer, reveal trailer, shall I say, for its own. And then they say, hey, tune into Summer Game Fest for the gameplay reveal or something like that. They have done that stuff for the previous Mass Effect game, I believe, as well, in Anthem. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that. That they have like a short trailer at the PlayStation Showcase just to give us a look at the graphics. And then say, hey, gameplay at Summer Game Fest. That might be a possibility, but it's a maybe. Then I also put this at the Xbox video section. A new Metro game as well as a new Mafia game, both with question marks. We have rumors of a new Mafia game getting revealed very soon. And there have also been rumors that there is still a new mainline Metro game beyond the VR game. And I think the PlayStation Showcase has just as much of a possibility of these two showing up in particular as the Xbox Showcase. But yeah, they can both happen at Xbox and PlayStation. Then a game I'm not so sure of, but I do still think there is a chance, is Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta, the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Now I also see this appearing at the Xbox Showcase, because last time I believe there was a trailer at like a partner direct for Xbox where Metal Gear all of a sudden showed up. So maybe they could also show up at an Xbox Showcase, but I wouldn't be surprised if PlayStation is like, hey, you are already showing Silent Hill 2. If you want to show Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta, that would also be very cool. You can show it off here as well. It depends though on how far the game is, of course, because if it is not a 2024 game, shall I say, but the 2025 game, maybe they want to hold it off a little bit towards the later part of 2024, but I think there's a big chance of that showing up as well. A big one that I believe can happen is Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm a very big Kingdom Hearts fan, and Kingdom Hearts has a home on PlayStation, even though now it's multi-platform. If there is a place where they want to have a trailer again, and to be fair, Square Enix is very buddy-buddy with PlayStation, so after Final Fantasy VII Rebirth's marketing and Final Fantasy 16, even though Kingdom Hearts 4 is not exclusive, I could definitely see some sort maybe of a trailer here at the PlayStation Showcase. And I do think Kingdom Hearts 4 is aiming for a 2025 release. I made actually a video on that as well, check that out. There are rumors for that. I do think there's some sort of a big chance that it can show up at the PlayStation Showcase. But to be fair, it could also be for Summer Game Fest. It could really show up anywhere. It could also even show up only at Tokyo Game Show or on like a Disney event, shall I say. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4 is a wild card that could happen at the PlayStation Showcase. Then a maybe game from first party is Bend Studios' new game. We have seen a lot of teasers from their side that they are almost ready to show off a new game, and we know they are busy with some sort of a multiplayer open world type of game. I'm not very happy that it's a multiplayer game because their roots do lie in single player, and I would have liked more a Days Gone 2, but yeah, we shall see. I think Bend's new game showing up is a pretty big possibility as well when it comes to first party. Another first party that might happen is the new game from Bluepoint. We know they are busy with a new game right now, and it might be a original IP, not a remake. So if they want to show that off, if that's ready here, that could be a possibility as well. Then what is Cory Barlog doing at the moment? No one knows. He is supposedly making his own new game as well. Or we might see a God of War remake. I don't think we will see both because of course Cory is still working at Santa Monica right now. And I think Santa Monica is busy with multiple projects, just like Naughty Dog is working on multiple stuff. I think Cory Barlog is working on his own new game that is aside, shall I say, from God of War, not with God of War. But I think we will see one of the two, basically. Then another one I hope is going to happen, and I put it in the maybe section, is Ghost of Tsushima 2. The reason why I'm putting Ghost of Tsushima 2 in the maybe section is because we have seen recently that Ghost of Tsushima might not just be ready for a reveal, and they might need another year, man, to get a reveal. I just really want to see Ghost of Tsushima 2, but this time, this year would be enough, I believe, because next year there will be 5 years of development time from the first one, because the first one came out in 2020 and next year it's 2025. If it's aiming for a 2025 release, that should be just enough, especially if they are reusing assets. So let's hope. I'm praying to the gacha gods right now. Ghost of Tsushima 2, please let that happen. And then a wild card prediction, the last wild card prediction I have for the maybe section is a new game teaser, just a teaser from Naughty Dog. I think we will see a new IP from Naughty Dog. They have been working on a new IP next to The Last of Us. I think we will see that supposedly it's supposed to be maybe a fantasy game. We are not sure of that. There have been also teasers in The Last of Us 2 pointing towards some sort of a fantasy game. We have seen developers hinting at something fantasy related. I think there is a chance we might see a teaser, not a full reveal by any means, but maybe a teaser for the future, what's to come for PlayStation 5 in particular. I don't think it's Last of Us 3, unfortunately, but I do think that new IP from Naughty Dog might be a big one that might get a teaser here. And now we are at the no section, the nopes, games that are definitely not going to show, and I have 3 in particular. Last of Us 3, that's not going to happen. That game is just in development. I think needs some more time, and especially if they have a second game that I've been mentioning previously, a few seconds ago, I think Last of Us 3 is an absolute no. Another one that I think is an absolute no is actually, well, it might be not absolutely, but in my opinion, I don't think it will happen, is Wolverine. I think Insomniac, their plans basically changed with the Venom game, and I think the Venom game will be first, and then Wolverine in 2026. So I think if we will see Wolverine, it will be next year and not this year. Another thing that is in development right now, I can say that because of the Insomniac leaks, is a new Ratchet & Clank game. Don't expect that here, that's not going to happen, that's far away. It is in pre-stages of development. We saw that in the Insomniac leaks, but that's not going to show up here. Now, of course, there are probably going to be announcements that I haven't thought of at all. These are basically the predictions that I think will happen for the PlayStation Showcase. What do you think will happen at the PlayStation Showcase? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let's quickly do a comment of the day. I'm going to take a comment that is a little bit more fitting for the PlayStation Showcase video from my Resident Evil 9 video, which is a little bit older, but it's a comment I think I haven't used yet, hopefully. This is from one of the most hardcore fans of this channel that has always shown up, Rock Zuppen. I hope they will show some Resident Evil 9 trailer, I hope, at the PlayStation Showcase, and I hope they will show some new news for Pragmata. Yeah, Pragmata, it's time now. It has been delayed like 2-3 times already. We need to see that game now at this point. I think it should be now really ready to show at least something. If you have a good comment of your own, let me know in the comment section down below, and I might feature your comment in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like this video if you like it, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more gaming news, leaks, rumors to what's the biggest single player games. It can be about anything. This video was about PlayStation, but I also make videos about Xbox as well as Nintendo. As long as they are big single player games, I cover rumors for those as well. And of course, I also make reviews now. I made a review for Persona 3 Reload. I made a review for Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, sorry. I really love those games. Check them out. Oh, my light is dying on me. Oh well, the video is finally over anyway. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.